this is James Bene, and welcome to the Daily Intuitive. I'm here to bring you your numerological and intuitive forecast with some taroscope for July 14th through the 20th. So today, Tuesday, the 14th, to next Monday, which is July 20th. First thing is first, I want to show you guys this. This is called a Picasso stone. It's a pretty inexpensive crystal, and you can get it pretty much anywhere. It's not so common, but I'm sure any good crystal retailer will have it. What's great about that is I've been doing a lot of creative work this week, and I've had some blocks. So the Picasso stone helps to awaken the spiritual creative channel so that you can overcome any type of writer's block or creative blocks that you might be having, so that you can easily and effortlessly write or create or do whatever you need to do and get through this week. I say that because we have some good creative energy happening this week. So I think you'll be happy with that news. In any case, let's just jump right in. July 14th, which is today, is an interesting day because we have 7. 7 is the number of mysteries, numerological secret, right? It's all about truths being revealed, things hidden deep down into the dirt that slowly become eroded and will slowly show themselves to us, okay? And that can be seen in the news, and that can be seen globally as well. Global issues are rising to the surface. We also have a master number. So now master number 12 is coming in today. And when a master number shows, especially in a weekly forecast, it's usually going to be there the whole week. So think of a numerological master number as almost like a retrograde. It's going to stay around for a while. We can't dodge this energy. So the master number 12 is here, and 12 is a beautiful spiritual number. It represents fortune, but also conflict. It's letting us know that patience is really important right now because things aren't going to come as quickly as you think they're going to come. So it's all about timing. So think of it as almost the moon has come over this week and we're really unsure about timing. Things can happen at any moment or not happen at all. The great thing about 12, it's the number of the divine. That means this week there's a lot of divine energy. So it's almost kind of like when you can't walk forward easily, God or the universe will swoop in and carry you. So it does have that energy. And everything that happens this week, pay attention to, because there's a divine spiritual meaning and reason for everything. Remember, the goddess is in there, but the goddess is impatient. Anyone who are doctors, frontliners, healers, therapists, anyone who is helping other people will be on full overload this week. So know that. We have 2, which is the sensitive healer, 1, which is the super motivator. So anyone in that industry is going to be pushed maybe beyond their limits, and they won't even know why because we have 7. So today is going to be a day where perhaps something is revealed or there is not enough evidence to reveal something. So the idea of feeling like an injustice has happened in your life could be seen, but it's not a negative thing. It's just not going to happen today. Maybe not even this week because we have 12. Okay? 7 is also an inward day. So today, if you feel like you need to go inward, you need to meditate, you need to focus on your spiritual strengths, I would do so. Listen to your deep intuition. Healing happens on the inside when 7 is with us. Remember, the hermit, the healer, the man of mysteries, sometimes the magician. But as I said, you're not going to really receive the answers you wish today on whatever it is you're seeking. So hold off. All right, I would just hold off. As we move to Wednesday, which is July 15th, here, tomorrow, we have a better sense of what's going on. Remember, the 12 is still with us, but we have numerological 8 coming in, which is the motivator, the go-getter. Great day for finances, paying bills. You might see some money coming in, which is going to be really nice. As a matter of fact, this whole week is good for finances. Even if you don't have a job, something good can come from that. But 8 is important because as much as it is the go-getter, planting of new seeds, new projects, right? Planting trees that are going to bear fruit for your future. It is very me, egotistical energy. And 8 sometimes will step over people to get what they want. So do not do that. Watch your ego, because karma, she's a bitch, and she's going to come and get you. So watch out. because whatever you put into this world, however you create your gains, is what you're going to see in the afterlife. And if you rob, if you cheat, if you steal, if you hurt people to get what you want along the way because you feel that that's the only way for you to do it, you are going to have to pay back that debt. So always think of that. When 7 shows up numerologically, it is good. It is the beginning of change, but it's also that type A personality. There's also the sociopath in there, so you have to be careful. Anyone who is like that, top executives, people who just care about money and nothing else, the material world, they might see a push forward and they might actually get what they want. But again, it can come with some type of sacrifice down the line, just to let you know. So that's the energy we're going to see on the 15th, which is tomorrow. As we move into Thursday, we're going to feel a difference of energy as we move into the 16th. Numerological 9 moves in. And 9 is a great number, but it is the number of letting go of things that no longer serve you so that you can move forward in the freedom. Okay? It is the end of the chapter before new beginnings. So I want by Thursday, I really want you to look at your goals and everything that you've accomplished and have not accomplished. It's a time where you have to say enough is enough. I'm not putting my energy towards this anymore because it's just holding me back. It's time to make new goals. If something isn't happening in your life, please look at that, understand why it isn't happening, and move forward. 9 is moving forward and not looking back. So if stuff from the past comes in and it's holding you back, I want you to work through that spiritually and emotionally so that you can let go, so that you can see the brighter day. And so, again, Thursday is going to be the time of that. It's a time where you're going to cross all your T's, dot all your I's, make sure everything is finished. Don't submit any work unless it's fully finished, right? If you submit something half-assed or do a half-assed project, you're not going to get the results you like. So you got to focus and finish. Now, what we also see on Thursday is another master number. So we have 11, master number numerologically coming in on that day. So this is like a double retrograde. 11 is a highly spiritual number. It's also the number of double go-getter, okay? So new beginnings are on the horizon this week. But if you can't get out of the past, it's not going to happen, okay? So an 11 can bring you fierce joy, fierce income. It can bring you fierce success, but the opposite is you stand in your way. So 11s usually stand in their way, and they have to work through that in order to release themselves from the chains of their past. We have 2 1s. So sometimes it's dueling thoughts. It's like the Gemini energy in your mind. So creating different kind of realities or a cognitive dissonance within your life. So if this is happening and things aren't easily gotten, you need to really evaluate your decision making. 11 also signifies major decisions that might come up for you this week across the board. But a lot of times they're more, let's say, spiritual decisions, because 11 is a very high spiritual number. It also is the number of healers, therapists, teachers. Again, it could be good or it could be bad, perceived, because 11 also is the number of trauma. So you can expect traumas from your past maybe coming back to bite you in the ass if you haven't really looked at it, and that will stop you in your tracks, okay? So again, when a master number comes in, it's going to take over the whole week or 2 weeks, sometimes the month, and it's going to really cloud everything else. So you have to think of that 11. My trauma is sneaking back in to get me. I'm going to have to make some kind of decision. Use your heart as well as your mind. So logic and emotion combined, not just emotion, not just logic. You got to mix both. But if you do this, Thursday could be a really good day of wrapping things up. As we move into Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, which is the 17th, now here is different. Friday is going to be a time of the new beginning. So we have numerological 1 coming in, goals, go-getter, new beginnings, right? The fruit of your work is going to show up in your life. It is not an egotistical number, but it is the leaders, it is the mentors, it is the teachers, the entrepreneurs. That is your number. So Friday, if you're an entrepreneur, I really, 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 really want you to work hard on what you're doing. Remember, the greatest entrepreneurs weren't handed anything. They worked for it. They worked. So there is that feeling. Something new can come in, but you're going to have to work in order to get it. Remember, 11 is here as well. So it's a tough number when it kind of retrogrades into the numerological chart. But the more that you work on your inner self and your inner child, the easier this is going to be for you to sail through. Okay, if something does come in from the past, because that's kind of a trend here, look at it. Don't attach to it. It's got to be let go so that you can receive the newness and the new beginnings that could happen this Friday. So if you're out of work, something good can happen like Thursday, Friday with finding a job or being able to pay your bills or getting that emotional and, let's say, financial support that you'd like. It could also be the opposite. Thursday could be a day of losing a job or losing something. So keep that in mind as well, because we do have 11. Now, it gets really interesting, guys. I'm sorry. So as we move into Saturday, the 18th, it's going to be an interesting day because we have 2, numerological 2 moving in. And if you know 2, that is the goddess energy. You also have 11 again. So here we are. This master number reappears. So triple whammy here. It's going to be an emotional time for us. It's going to be a time to really root out the garbage in our lives and make clear decisions. If you have untreated mental illness or trauma or depression or anxiety, it is going to ravage you for the next month. So really think about getting a therapist. Really think about using the 2, the goddess energy, to soothe yourself, to calm yourself, to implement any type of spiritual routines. Sleep could be a little messed up, okay, coming into the weekend. So work on that. Do not overindulge in alcohol or food or anything else that's going to dull your senses, because that is not treating your trauma. It's actually feeding your trauma. So really watch that as you move into this weekend. Overeating, over drinking, drugs. I really would steer clear of that. Having a glass of wine is cool, but anything else could be too much for you. You're super sensitive that day. And the thing is you're going to have to make some kind of judgment. Again, here we are with the decision making. So Saturday the 18th could be an interesting day because it is the weekend, but it's the beginning of the weekend. But there's some tumultuous energy swirling within you, and it is depressing, a depressant energy. Watch your loved ones because of this deprived energy. Immune systems are going to be lowest on Saturday, so really wear those damn masks. Don't be foolish. Don't feed this negative conspiracy energy that this pandemic is false or the numbers are not real. Don't fall into conspiracy. I always say that because it is stopping you from ascending, and that's what they want. They want you to stop ascending. They want to control you. So you got to release the conspiracies, guys. Do what you need to do to be safe. Your immune system's much lower Saturday. You're going to become impatient with yourself. That's okay. Just don't beat yourself up. As we move into Sunday, which is the 19th, things start to get a little bit better. We have numerological 3. She moves in, and we love 3. As you know, 3 is the educator, the creator, the inspirer, the artist, the artisan. And anything that you are doing remotely creative, it's a beautiful time. So Sunday really is going to be the day where you might be able to relax, go on that hike, get out, put something inspiring in front of your face, be with your family or your friends safely. It's going to be that real day of rest. And if you are working on any type of creative endeavor, if you're a painter, an artist, a writer, I would say pick up your Picasso stone and maybe do a couple hours of creative work in the morning. That would be the best. The best time to do your creative work is actually between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. It's a little crazy, but if you're a night owl like I am, that's the time you're going to hit it. And then you can have the whole rest of your Sunday to just enjoy with family, a barbecue, going for a walk, right? Really the Lord's Day. Relax. Because as we move into Monday, the 20th, there's some nice stuff happening. Okay. And we see now that we have the 2. So the goddess energy is still there. Remember, we still have the 11 and the 12. We have both master numbers swirling, okay? But Monday, they might start to diminish. We're really going to feel them this week. But into Monday, they might get a little less, and you might start to get back on track. Monday brings us numerological 4. And 4, a lot of times, is kind of looked on as something that is scary, unknown, a lot of work. You know, it's 4 energy is not great. Financial issues, things like that. But really what 4 is, it's the double goddess coming in. And in order to receive what you want, you have to put in the work. So it's going to be a day of probably feeling a little overworked. But it's okay because it's going to help you. It's Monday. It's going to give you that motivation to work. It's probably not going to be a creative day. You're probably going to have to just do the things you need to do to get by. If you're an entrepreneur, it's going to be a day where you're just kind of like doing checks and balances. Maybe you have to do your social media, or you have to do something you don't really want to do. When it comes to family matters on Monday, people could start to fall a little ill. I need you to be careful because 4 is also a weakness. So although it's a lot of work, you have to think of it when something is overworked, the immune system drops. So it could be a day of accidents, a day where people do become sick, have to go to the hospital. So watch yourself, watch your family and your friends that day. Wear your masks for sure that day. Don't go out and be silly. Again, you have the 2, which is also the goddess, so there could be impatience there. There's a lot of sensitivity coming in. It's almost like Cancer energy. The Virgo energy is also there, which is the go-getter, checks and balances, kind of, you know, left brain activity. That will help you find that balance that you need. So you need to bring in the Libra energy, the scales, you have to weigh your options, and there could be a feeling of injustice happening within your life. Like, oh, why am I given this? Why am I overworked? Why I'm not getting the praise that I need to get at work? Or there's no work and I can't find a job anywhere. Don't let that energy pull you down. The 4 is coming in to help you work. Monday, don't sit home and eat chips, guys. You gotta move forward. I know life is kind of crazy right now, but sitting on the couch and just giving into it is not going to help you. We are not going back to life as we know it. We're not. Just accept that. But we need to begin to adapt because this isn't going anywhere. You need to adapt. You need to get out of your slump, get out of your head, get out of your trauma, and start pushing your ass forward. Why? Because you're sickening and you can do it. It's that simple. All right? I'm also going to do a quick horoscope for this week because I found it really interesting. This week, you can absolutely be financially secure. There's good finances in the works for you. So jobs could be on the horizon, stimulus bills, other things like that. But you got to relax and you got to work for it, okay? And know this, God is saying, Spirit is telling me, if you want money, go give money. If you give to charity, if you give of your time, you are creating abundance in your life. And money is a form of abundance. Just a tip. There's going to be hard work this week. A lot of you are worrying in your mind. The swords are definitely coming in, but a lot of you are worrying about things that you don't need to worry about. So kind of let some of that go. Again, it's a great week for entrepreneurship, to become the leader that you need to become, but you're gonna have to clear some things out of the way, clear away the cobwebs so that you can become that leader. And there's someone like showing me the scene in Sleeping Beauty where the prince is like chopping down all the thorns to get to the castle. Well, that's us, that's you. You gotta chop down the thorns to get to what you want. It isn't just going to come, especially not this week or this month. July is a tense energy because it's a 7. But the best thing you can do is keep fighting forward. And if you feel like there's nothing you can do and there's no fight and you've done everything you can, then it just means you need to rest and freeze and wait for the divine to come in and help you. Know that the divine is absolutely with us this entire week. A lot of things are happening that are going to be out of our control, and we have to trust that the divine creator has our back, and we need to do what we can do to just sail through it. Again, traumas from the past can come in this week. If it's really upsetting, talk to a friend, a therapist, get a healer, do what you can to work through those energies. Otherwise, they're just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and it'll be harder for you in the future, right, to create the life that you want to create. I will say this. I had a question last time. I'm going to answer this question. How can I do my own numerology? Well, it's a good question because what I'm doing here is global numerology. It's basic concepts that includes the collective, all of us. But we all have personal numerology. The numbers are not the same for anyone. So I always tell people, use this numerological forecast as your base, and then go in and do your own personal numerology. An easy one to do is find your personal year. What year are you in? And all you need to do is take the month of your birthday, the day of your birthday, and then you are going to add in the year. So the year is 2020, right? 2 plus 2 equals 4. We always have to add everything together and then deduce it to a single digit. And whatever number you get after all that deduction, that will be the year you're in. So then you'll look up what all the numbers signify in numerology, and you'll read about your year. My year is 1. So I'm in a really good year. I'm in a year of complete new beginnings and change, and I can guarantee that this year is going to be completely mind-blowing for me because 1 is the change that is inevitable, divided by God, right? Guided by God. And a beautiful thing to do that I do every morning in this new space is I wake up and I say to myself, Divine Light, what will you have me do? Where will you have me go? What will you have me say and to whom? Action, 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 action. Because when you're in a time of change, there's going to be a push for you to change, and there's going to be a lot of action steps you're going to have to take in order to make that change happen. But the beautiful thing is always know the divine has your back, and they're rooting for you, the biggest cheerleader, and they are giving you the energy to do it. And if that energy is blocked and you are not feeling divine energy, it is because we have Master 11 and 12 coming in, making us look at ourselves from the inside out. Heal trauma, close the past, and move forward into your future like the dark night. So thank you guys for listening. I'm James Bene. This is the hashtag Daily Intuitive. Bene Mudra on YouTube. Go ahead, like and subscribe. You'll get a little signal that my video has gone up. You can like me on Instagram at James Bene or at Bene Mudra. Facebook, I'm at Bene Mudra Wellness. And you guys can feel free to always contact me, ask a question. As you see, I can answer them right on here. So have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you guys next week. Ciao.